Hi, and welcome to Modern Sages podcast. Today, Candace and I are going to be diving deep into the wisdom of plant medicine, the benefits, and some experiences that we have had in our everyday life. So stay tuned, and we can't wait to share more with you.
Welcome to Modern Sages podcast.
I'm Jenn Gilbreth.
And I'm Candace Coons.
With over 25 years combined, we have delivered messages from beyond,
explored ancient healing wisdom, and integrated these profound teachings into our everyday life.
We are passionate about creating new ways of being human in the modern age by integrating the wisdom of the past with the present and coming into remembrance of who we truly are.
Are you ready to change your relationship to life itself? If the answer is yes, your journey begins now. So we usually start the show talking about a certain herb of the week. And since this whole show is going to be about the healing wisdom and power of plant medicine, we just decided that it'd be fun to kind of talk about some of the top 5 herbs that we would recommend to start your home apothecary, your medicine woman apothecary at home. And then we'll go in deeper into the conversations about plant medicine wisdom and all of that. How's that sound?
That is perfect.
Awesome.
Love it. I think that it's important that we understand when we talk about plant medicine, what it means, because plant medicine comes from Mother Earth, of course. And as shamans, as medicine women, we're very connected into herbs and supplements and living a high vibe life, which Mother Earth has given us all the tools that we need for that. But because we are a multidimensional being, meaning we're physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual, that her plants and plant medicine also is here to help in our physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual aspects. And so we can take herbs and we can take different kinds of fruits and vegetables and all kinds of stuff to help us with our health, but it also is there to help us with our emotions, our spiritual sense, all of the things. And so we're going to dive deep into all of that too. But I think it's good to just be aware that because we are a multidimensional self, everything will affect us. It's kind of when someone drinks coffee, let's say, they have an energy boost. Their mind is clear. They're a lot happier, physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. And that's, you're just like, when you're feeling good, you're able to receive more clarity, you're able to get more guidance and more understanding. And you open up yourself spiritually as well when all of those things are in balance. And so even just in that aspect, you can see how some people who really like coffee, that can help open up their sense and like activate them in that space. And so I think it's important to see that all medicine, all plant medicine will affect us in all 4 of these areas because that's who we are. It's what we came here to experience. And so there's no difference there. So I thought I would just jump in with that first, kind of get a little background. But for me, some of my favorites, I always lean on red raspberry, raspberry leaf tea. That one is one of my favorites. I feel like it helps out a ton, especially because I don't always have a consistent noontime. And so I know that's probably TMI, but here we are talking about it. That it's really good. Sometimes it'll be like 4 weeks or 6 weeks. And so I've been trying to take that more regularly to help me kind of balance that out. And if you go to any kind of herb or supplement store, if you go to anything with women's health, is a lot of them do have raspberry leaf tea in it. It's just part of something that's there to help with your hormones. And so I have really leaned on that one as well as red clover. I like to use those 2 together in a blend. I feel like it's a perfect combination for hormones. And I really, really love that one. But I also feel like it brings this grounding and it just brings like this sense of nurture for me. Red raspberry leaf is like, the energy behind it to me is like very nurturing and it's very soothing and it's very like feminine. I don't know how else to describe it, but I feel that when I drink it, and it is like very soothing and calming and nurturing. And so I really lean on that one. That's probably my number 1 that I really lean on. Complemented with red clover because red clover is really great too. And it's earthy and I like the earthy taste.
Yeah. And not everybody likes the earthy taste. And so sometimes when I'm talking to people about red raspberry leaf, that they should pair it with maybe a spearmint or something to kind of offset the flavor,
Yeah.
because not everybody likes the flavor of that. But that herb is, gosh, that really is a smart choice, because not only does it help balance hormones, but it helps with digestion and regularity. It also has a calming effect, helps with anxiety. It helps with sleep. It's loaded with vitamins and minerals and all kinds of nutrients. So if there was one herb that you had to be left on an island with, that would
100% that.
be, it would be that way. That would be a really smart choice. I think
Yeah.
that would be one of my number one go-tos as well for the medicine woman apothecary. I think
Yes.
another one too that is so great is lemon balm. Lemon balm is very calming. It tastes great. It also helps with pain, helps reduce pain and inflammation. But it's a wonderful go-to herb, and it's easy to grow because lemon balm is part of the mint family. So as you know, if you've ever planted mint in the garden, a mint, any kind of mint offspring or mint itself is a really sturdy plant, and it will overtake your garden. So just make sure that if you do plant lemon balm in your garden, that you give it plenty of space to grow. But it's just such a fantastic tea, and it's so easy to grow. It's sturdy, it tastes amazing, and you can dry it yourself and keep it in your apothecary. And I think it grows in most regions. So that would be another one that I would highly recommend. Another one that came to my mind, because I wrote down a few notes before we got started, and I think yarrow was excellent. I think as a first
Yes.
aid
Yeah.
herb to have in your apothecary, yarrow is such a great one because it helps stop bleeding. It helps, again, it's anti-parasitic, anti-inflammatory, antibacterial. It is the most awesome, well-rounded first aid herb that you can use. So I think that would be another one I think would be really smart to start with. So I would say, okay, red raspberry leaf, lemon balm, yarrow. What are two more that we can think of that would be go-tos?
Cayenne.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like cayenne, we talked about cayenne pepper, but it is, it's just good. It's good to clear out your system. You know, if you just take cayenne, I know for a while I was taking just cayenne pepper pills because I had some stuff going on, and it will really, it kind of burned going down. Like you could feel it or like in your stomach and stuff, but it really helps keep you regular. It's also good when you take it within, but also on your skin. I know you talked about creating, you used to make this balm that you had cayenne pepper in,
Mm-hmm.
where it kind of works almost like icy hot. It seems like to me is like
Yep.
it brings that heat and that cool at the same time, and a natural stimulant as well.
Oh gosh, Dr. Christopher makes that cayenne rub that is fantastic for sore muscles and pain. And I use his cayenne rub, and then I mix a little bit of lavender essential oil, because a lot of people don't realize that even though lavender smells wonderful, it's one of the most popular essential oils in the country, but it's also has it helps with pain. It helps
Yes.
reduce pain and inflammation. It's also anti-parasitic and antiseptic. So if you add that to that cayenne rub, and if you have a really good high quality CBD oil, which I do because I helped cultivate a brand called the Hush Line,
Mm-hmm.
and we have excellent CBD products that we actually grew ourselves in our field. So I know the stuff's amazing. But if you add a few drops of really good quality CBD oil to that cayenne rub with a few drops of that lavender essential oil and make your own rub with that, oh my gosh, it's incredible. It is so good. So I
I'm gonna
love
have to
having
do
that.
that. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to do that. When you're talking about lavender too, I know we're kind of just like talking about all the things, but I love it all.
Mm-hmm.
Um, is a really good oil blend to make for headaches, because I know you can do like past tense, but sometimes that's so strong, like in doTERRA, or they have pain away in like Young Living and stuff. But a good blend for your own is if you do lavender, a few drops, so a few, like you use less peppermint, so you use peppermint, lavender, and frankincense, and it's the
Oh,
perfect smell, and it's not too hot, but it's the perfect blend for headaches, especially if you get tension headaches on your forehead. You just rub it here and on your forehead, on your neck, but it brings in the frankincense, which is extremely healing, very valuable, the calming as well as the heat. And so it's the perfect blend, but also lavender. I feel like lavender would be another one too. Lavender oil for sure, especially if you get sunburned. The other day I was doing some work outside and I was in a tank top and my back got fried. Like, I'm not kidding you. It was pretty dang bad. And so at night or in the day, because I couldn't like put pressure on it or put clothes on, it was just so painful. And I wouldn't recommend doing that. Number one, that's not very safe and very healthy, but such is life. It happened.
It happens.
But I would put cold water on a washcloth, and then I would drop a bunch of lavender on it and then put it on my back, because lavender is so soothing, but also the cold pulls the heat. But it's also like, even if you don't have that, you can just put lavender all over the place and it's there to help with sunburns as well.
And the peppermint too.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't think about that, but yes, that would be a good one.
What I would love about that combination too, that you were mentioning, the lavender, peppermint, and frankincense, not only could you use it for headaches, but you could use that combination as a spritzer for your pillows, for your room. It helps raise frequency, helps kill bacteria in your environment. So you could make a couple of different homemade products just with those 3 essential oils, because like you said, it smells amazing together. That combination is amazing. So not only for the headaches, but also for your room. And you could also make it as a hand sanitizer or turn it into a hand sanitizer of some kind using some kind of base. I know in the past I've used it with oil, which feels kind of trippy because you put an oil base on your hands and it doesn't feel like it's as clean as like an alcohol base. But in truth, when you add it to oil, what it does is that it doesn't kill the good bacteria that's on your hands. It kills the bad bacteria, but it keeps the good bacteria on your skin. And sometimes when we use alcohol-based products, it kills both. It kills the good and the bad. And that good bacteria helps protect us from getting sick.
Yeah, we do need it.
We do need it. And so that's another thing that you can make with those 3 essential oils. That would be amazing.
And even adding some witch hazel in that, especially if you're going to use it for like sanitization or anything like that, or like witch hazel. Oh, witch hazel is amazing for all the things. I remember I was going through a really tough time emotionally, and my mom was rubbing my back, and I was like, Mom, can you just put witch hazel on my back? And the smell of it is so comforting, but it was so healing at the same time. It was exactly what I needed. And it was like my skin just kept like soaking in the witch hazel because it was just what I needed. So,
and I was just thinking too, that same combination with the lavender, peppermint, and frankincense with the witch hazel, because we could go on and on about herbs, but I just remembered when we researched the frankincense. Not only was this was considered the most, what do you call it? Most wanted, and not wanted.
It's like the most highly sought after
one of the most precious oils in the world, because it has so many different things that it does, including help reproduce collagen in the body and the skin, helps repair skin. So I was thinking about, if you put it into a toner that you use with witch hazel, lavender, peppermint, and frankincense, it would help repair the skin and its natural glow, plus kill off any bad bacteria. You would have a cooling effect on the skin. Just be careful how much peppermint you use, but it would just be an amazing product. So anyway, we could go on and on, but I think that definitely gives our audience some ideas about how to get started. And that's really what our goal has been by introducing an herb a day in our show, is because we want to help you strengthen your relationship and connection to Pachamama, to her amazing herbs and her wisdom and all the things that she has for us. She provides everything that we need to come back into balance, to feel connection, and to cultivate happiness in our lives. And so herbs is a great way to really come back back into that remembrance and that connection with Mother Earth.
There's so many methods of healing, and it's just, are you willing and are you open and are you connecting into Mother Earth and the beautiful wisdom in which she provides you and all the different tools and forms that it can come in, because there's so many beautiful tools. And so I hope that this conversation just opened up your mind a little bit of the four-dimensional being in which you are and how you can, I don't know, heal and assist in your journey here even more by calling upon Mother Earth and her ancient healing wisdom and her plant medicine wisdom to be here with you, because that's ultimately what we all want, is to be connected. And when we're truly connected, we're connected to all around, which is also our connection to Mother Earth. We can feel the heartbeat of Mother Earth, the womb of Mother Earth, the love, the nurture that she has, as we do ourselves, as we do our sisters and our brothers around us. And it's really connecting that heart to heart space. But in order to do that, it's feeling all of it. Not even in order to, but as we do that, it brings in this healing of all aspects of your physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual portion of who you are.
Yes.
And so why not? Why not explore who you are? And it might be scary and it might be worried and it might be like, I don't know what I'm going to see. But why not give it a go? Why not start using herbs in your everyday life? Why not use dandelion to help you with if you have any urinary tract infections or if you're having a hard time with your bladder? Why not use what Mother Earth has given us? Yes, when we have headaches, you were talking about willow bark, how willow bark is really good for headaches or for pain. Why not try that and see if it works versus going to your cabinet and pulling out ibuprofen? It's fine if you do, but if there's other alternatives that Mother Earth has naturally given us, why not? That's all.
Yes. And my hope too is, and amen to all of that, sister. Amen.
I'm like, drop the mic. That's all.
Yes, that's amazing. My hope too is that, you know, this will help deepen our connection and respect to Mother Earth and her wisdom. You know, a lot of the disharmony that we are experiencing physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually is created from this disconnection. Yeah. And so if we can remember that she is alive and her plants are alive and approach them in a different way, it shifts our relationship to life. It shifts our relationship to Pachamama and to all of her healing properties. And then we become better stewards. You know, as a result, we become better stewards and take care of our planet better. You know, and that is my hope, is that we approach her, Pachamama, with respect, you know, not just ourselves, but her. And whether we're aware of it or not, she's alive and she has everything here that we need.
Divine Mother.
Like I said, to establish balance and harmony and cultivate happiness in our lives and health. So we hope that this show is informative. I know we covered a lot of information, and Jen and I could talk on and on about herbs, and we hope to put a class out here soon on herbs. So stay tuned, but we hope that you pass this on to whomever you feel needs this information at this time, and many blessings to everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching Modern Sages. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
We are so grateful for your support. If you want to follow us, we have an Instagram account as well as on Facebook. We have our podcast, which is the Modern Sages podcast as well.
And we are so excited to launch our Gifts of Spirit classes in our Modern Sages Mystery School.
Absolutely. Oh, we're so excited. So we're going to link the information below in the show notes for more information about our mystery school.